Jordan, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Jordan Adler here, checking in with you today from Chicago, Illinois. And we're going to be, for the next 40 minutes to 1 hour, we're going to be going through an orientation of the SendOutCards system. And I'm going to let you know that I've been using the SendOutCards card sending system now for about 6.5 years. I've sent over 50,000 cards. And I, on average, send anywhere from 3 to 10 cards a day. I'm usually in front of my computer about an hour a day. And I honestly cannot think of another activity that's more valuable in terms of adding richness to my life. So what I do is I look for opportunities to send thank you cards, birthday cards, get well cards, nice to meet you cards, things like that. And I'm going to show you some real life examples of different ways to use the SendOutCard system. And I'm going to start from the basics, the basic orientation, because I know we have hundreds of customers on with us today that want to learn different ways of using the SendOutCards system. So I'm actually logging in to my SendOutCards account now. And the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of give you a quick overview of the different buttons on the site. I know we've got all different levels of people on with us. We've got some of you have been sending cards already and many that have never even sent a card. Your main menu is where you start. Everything can be controlled from this red bar, and there's a lot of redundancy on the site, meaning that there's a lot of different ways to get to the same place. You can send a card from this card button right here on the red bar, but also when you click on the main menu, you'll notice that there's a place on the left-hand side that says create a card as well. Right here up on the left-hand side, you'll see that right here, create a card. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through a basic card, sending a card, and talk about some of the different buttons and things. Your points are over here on the left. Most of you are retail customers, meaning that you're paying 49 cents a point. Many of you are on the new $9.80 per month account, which gives you 20 points a month, which is at 49 cents a point, which is approximately 10 greeting cards, depending on what type of card you send. So if you send a postcard, it's just 1 point of your 20. If you send a greeting card, it's 2 points. And if you send a greeting card with any pictures, it's 3 points. If you send a 3-panel card, that adds another point. Big cards are 15 points, and then, of course, gifts can be anywhere from 10 points all the way up to 150 points for a gift or so. But you'll notice your points and your money and your expense account are listed on the left-hand side. Your expense account is where your postage comes from. So if you send a standard greeting card, it's a 44-cent stamp. So 44 cents is then deducted from your expense account. If you see yourself running low or if you get an error message, that's all you need to do is click this button right here that says Buy Points and Expense. And if you click that button right there, it takes you to a screen that allows you to purchase additional points and put money in your expense account. Now you'll notice that this first item here, 1100, says monthly auto order. Unless you want to keep getting these points each and every month and keep adding to that, I would not add to item number 1100. Most likely you just want single points, 31 cents each. So if you look off to the right, it's 31 cents. So for example, let's say you know you're going to be sending out a 30-card campaign and you need points for that. You could then just type in how many points you need. Now, if you need money for the your expense account, which would be for your postage, shipping on gifts, things like that, that's just purchased at $1 per unit. So if you wanted, say, for example, $50 in your expense account, knowing that a postage stamp is 44 cents and then shipping is going to be whatever it's metered at when you get to that page on your account. So you just say how many you want, and then you go down to the bottom. You update your mailing address, make sure it's consistent with your credit card. Put your credit card in, and then immediately it'll show up on your main menu on the left-hand side. That's where you'll see your updated points and money in your expense account. If for some reason you're in the middle of sending a card, you can add points and postage and then go back to sending that same card. You don't need to start over. You're looking actually at a distributor page right now, so there's a few buttons on my page that you won't see on your page if you're simply a SendOutCards customer. Now I'm going to send a card to Lynn Selwa. Lynn is actually recording this webinar for me today, and so I'm going to actually send her a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by clicking Create a Card here on the left-hand side. And then it gives me my card catalog, which has over 15,000 cards to choose from. When I joined the company about 6.5 years ago, we had about 2,000 cards, and our designers add 200 to 500 new cards per month. And the card categories are over here on the left. I can also search for cards. So if I wanted a thank you card, I could just type in thank you, or I could search for it on the left-hand side. So if I hit search, it'll pull up all the thank you cards in our card catalog. Now you'll notice these are stock cards. These are the cards that you would go and buy in the grocery store for $3 to $5. You can send for 2 points, which if you're on a retail account, it's 49 cents a point. So that would be a 98-cent card, the same card you'd buy in the store for $4. If you add your own pictures to the card, unlimited numbers of pictures to any card, that just adds 1 more point. So you're looking at $1.47 for a card with your own pictures in it. Also, if I wanted to start with a clean slate and just build a card from scratch, I could click this button right here that says Create Picture Plus Card. And that opens up a palette which allows me to then select what type of card I want, and then I can upload my own pictures and move them over into the cards. I'll show you that here in a minute. But for purposes of this example, I'm going to go ahead and send a thank you card to Lynn. So I search for the thank you cards, and now I'm going to find a card that I want to send her. I can click on the card, and it will enlarge it, and then it gives me all the options. I can close the card by clicking the little X. She didn't, okay, that's not an appropriate card for this particular circumstance, so I won't use that one. But we're going to find one that's good for this situation, and let's see about this one right here. We'll just use that one, and then I can send it as a postcard, a greeting card, a 3-panel card, which is a 3-point card, so it's 3 points times whatever you're paying. If you're on the retail account, you're paying 49 cents a point. If you're pay-as-you-go, you could be anywhere from 49 cents up to 99 cents a point, depending on how many points you've purchased. Or if you're on a wholesale account, you're paying 31 cents a point. So a 3-panel card would be 3 points, which is 93 cents. Add pictures, that would add just another 31 cents at the 31-cent price point, which is the wholesale price. Big card is 15 points. Again, if you're on the $9.80 a month plan, you get 20 points a month, which is a 49-cent price point. So it's 1 point for a postcard, 2 points for a greeting card, 3 points for a 3-panel card. Add pictures, it adds another point. Big card is 15 points, and that includes your pictures. I'm going to send Lynn a greeting card, so I'm just going to click on the greeting card button, and that opens up my site editor. So now I can go in and I can type my messages, I can add pictures, things like that. It's opening up the card right now. And the system is pretty much foolproof. Everything is very intuitive. If you just look at your screen, you'll figure out typically what to do. However, there is a help button, and under that help button there are tutorials. And the tutorials go anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes each, and they explain every function on the site. So if you can't figure out how to upload a picture, or you can't figure out how to move a picture around, or you're trying to figure out how to add a contact, or you want to send a campaign, just watch the tutorial that applies to whatever it is you want to do. Once you watch it once, you should be able to go in and figure it out. Now you'll notice on the right side, I can scroll up and down, and then there's a little miniature visual of the card. The outside of the card, if I click on that, shows me the front of the card, and then the inside of the card, I just click on that and it shows me the inside. Now let's say I wanted to add a picture to this card. Well, over here on my left, I have my pictures. If I click on pictures, I can add upload more pictures right from my computer, and once they're uploaded, they're in my system, and then I can just drag them from the left side into the card. So I'm just going to drag that right there. That's myself and my business manager, Megan Drescher. Many of you know who Megan is. Some of you do. And I can put that anywhere on the card. I can just drag it around wherever I want it on the card. I'm just going to put that right there in the middle, like that. Now, you'll notice in the middle here it says, click here to type your message. Well, I'm going to click on that and just remove it. That won't show up, by the way, on the card, that little text, but I'm just going to remove that box, hit remove right underneath there. Now I'm going to add a background to this, so I'm going to go to my elements up here on the left. By the way, with that $9.80 per month program, you get all the bells and whistles. The same photo editing software that you would actually have to purchase in the store from anywhere from $99 to $199, you get included in your system, no setup fee, and $9.80 a month. I'm going to go to this section that says basic backgrounds, which is just colored backgrounds, and I'm going to grab this black background right here and drag it right over into the card. I'm going to drag it right up into the corner, and then I'm going to grab this little blue thing on the end here, and I'm going to drag it down like that. Now you notice the picture of myself and Megan went away, but I can move this black background back. So if I hit back, then the picture of us come up. Okay. So now I'm going to go down here to the bottom where I can type my message. You know, I think I'm going to add a background down here too. I'm going to drag that over, put this up here, grab the corner, bring it down like that. And I'm going to click on right here where it says type your message. Now, if that was not showing up there, I could go right up here on the left and hit add blank text. And by doing that, it opens another box. And that box would allow me to type within this box here. Now, I'm going to remove that. I'm just going to use right here. If I move my arrow onto it and just do it. Now, you notice right here where it shows the capital A, it's showing black. Well, black is not going to type well on black, so I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to click on this capital A, and then I have choices of colors, or I can click more colors. So I'm going to click more colors, and then I'm going to put my little stylus on this white right here. So I'm going to type in white. And now you'll notice my fonts are right down here on the left. There's the point size. I can change the point size of the text. I can change the font. I can change the color. I can change the juxtaposition of it. I can even add my signatures. Now, if you purchase the basic subscription account, $9.80 a month, you don't have a handwriting font included. If you want to be able to put your own handwriting in cards, you can pay an additional $99 one time, and you'll get the ability to fill out a form and mail it to the company, and they will program in your handwriting, so you'll be able to type in your handwriting on the cards and also include your own signatures in the cards. And you get, when you pay that $99, you get 4 signatures. So if you have a family or business partners, those can be included in the card. And then you also can get a downloadable file, which you can download to your computer and then use your font and signatures in Word docs and things like that, as well as on cards. Well, I'm going to type in my handwriting. So right here it says personal. I could use my handwriting or use any of these fonts that are available in here. I'm going to actually do it in my own personal handwriting. I used to be a landscape architect, so you'll see that when I type. Okay, now you notice I can just take this and I can grab it and I can move it anywhere I want, move it around. I could highlight it. If I highlight it, and then I could change the size, I could just go here and I could make it smaller, or I could make it bigger. We're gonna put it at 16. I can grab this blue thing here and I can actually compress it like that. Move it around. I could center it. I could highlight it. It's hard. You can't see the highlight because it's a black background. I could center it like that. Let's do that, and then we're going to make it just a little bigger. We're going to make it 18. And then I'm going to put my signature. So right here, I'm going to insert signature, highlight the signature, and then make the signature a little bigger. Just like that. Let's see. Yep, that's how I want it, just like that. Now, by the way, I'm not limited to one picture. I could pull other pictures in here if I wanted to. You could create a collage. You can grab this little circular thing here and rotate the pictures as well. You can make them bigger, change the format. You grab this little hand in the middle and you can actually slide it around. But I'm going to click on it and hit remove. So there's lots of different opportunities to really create some neat things. So now I'm going to hit continue here on the bottom right. Now I haven't addressed this card to Lynn yet. So the next page that comes up is my envelope page. You'll notice the little stamp. And again, these are, everybody knows this, but I'm going to say it. These are cards that go in the mail. These are not e-cards. So this right here is your envelope page, and you'll notice that the return address is on the upper left, and then in the middle is our send to address. It's not populated right now, and I have Lynn's address in my contact manager, so I'm going to click the button that says choose from contact manager right here. That takes me to the contact manager, and then I can type in Lynn's name and hit search, and it will pull up all the Lynns in my contact manager. And I'm going to find Lynn right here. I'm going to hit choose contact, Lynn and Jim, and it just populated Lynn Selwa and Jim Buslip into the contact with their address. Now I'm going to hit continue on the bottom right, and that takes me to my gifting page. Now, if you set up a subscription account, or if you're on the pay-as-you-go, you have the ability to send cards and gifts. Now, if you don't have enough in your account, you'll need to click that button that says purchase points and expense so that you can buy more. But your gift cards come from your expense account, and your gifts come from your point account, and then the shipping for the gifts comes from your expense account. And so, again, if you're sending a gift card, let's say you wanted to send an American Express card or a Starbucks card, it says the denomination of the card that you want to send based on what you picked, and then they just add a $2 service fee for sending that card. You don't have to get in your car and go down and purchase it and then have a pen and a stamp. You can just do it right on your computer. And so if I wanted to send Lynn and Jim a Starbucks card, I could just do that, or an American Express card, a Target card. There's all different Cheesecake Factory, things like that. I could do that as a thank you. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to send Lynn and Jim, I don't know that they drink a lot of coffee, I'm going to send them a $10 Barnes & Noble card. No, yeah, $10 Barnes & Noble card, because I know they like to read. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just click on the $10, and that's going to insert that into the card, and then it gives me the confirmation here, and I'm going to hit send card. Okay, now I'm just taking you through the basics right now, and then I hit go back to the main menu. Now what that did is that just deducted 3 points from my account because it was a standard 2-panel card, which is essentially a 98-cent card if I was on a retail account. It's a 62-cent card if I was on a wholesale account, which I am. And then I also put a picture in there, so that added another point. So that makes it a 93-cent card. And then I put a $10 $10 Barnes & Noble card in there, plus the $2 service fee. So that's what I just sent to Lynn and Jim, thanking them for helping out by recording the webinar here today. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some of the intricacies, some of the fun things that you can do with SendOutCards. You'll notice that right in the middle I've got reminders. These are birthday reminders. You'll notice my good friend Gary Blair, who he actually teaches, he's a motivational speaker and a trainer, and he teaches on goals. And his birthday's coming up. Han Brandt's birthday's coming up. He's a friend. I think I'm going to send Han a card. Now, one of the things that I do is because I have a lot of birthdays that pop up on a daily basis, I sometimes create some generic birthday cards that are personal to me, but they're generic enough that I can send them, and then I can go in and modify them before they actually get printed. The cards get printed at midnight during the year, with the exception of the holidays. Our cards get printed at midnight Mountain Time. So I can send a card, and it sits in queue, and then I can go in and modify that card prior to it actually getting printed at midnight Mountain Time. So I've created some campaign cards that are saved, and I'll show you how to do this here in a minute. Once the cards are saved, I can then go in and I can send that card to any one person or to a group of people with one click. I'm having a little get-together at my place in the mountains, my place in Las Vegas, and I put together a little invitation. And I'll show you how I would send that to a group of people. And then I'm going to kind of move around a little bit, and then I'll come back. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and send the birthday card, and then I'll show you the campaign. So I want to send a card to Han, but you notice it says Han and Carol Brandt. I don't want to send the birthday card to both of them, although both of their names are in my first name field on my contacts, so that's why it's showing up as Han and Carol Brandt. But it's only Han's birthday, and the reason I know that is because his is the first name in the contact. So if I want to send Han a card, one of the things I could do is I could go to my contacts and I could hit Find Contact. And once the editor comes up, I can then type in Han's first name here and hit Find Contact. And it will pull Han and Carol up. There we go. There's Han and Carol Brandt. Now I could select the campaign that I created. Now I've created over 6.5 years a couple of hundred campaigns, and one of them is called Birthday Big. So I'm going to actually pull the Birthday Big campaign. I'll show you how to create that here in a minute, but Birthday Big right there. And I'm going to hit Send Campaign to Check. And what that means is this card right here that I've already pre-done, I made that card a couple of months ago. I'm going to hit this button right here that says Send Campaign to Check. Now what it's going to do is it's going to address this card to Han and Carol Brandt, but it's a birthday card only for Han. And it's also not real personal. It's a generic card. I want to go in and personalize it. So I'm going to go ahead and send it. And it's calculating the campaign. It's going to use 15 points because it's a big card and $1.28 in postage. I'm going to hit Continue. And it says your campaign is successfully added to the queue. Okay, so now that card is saved. Now let me show you where to find the cards that you've sent. There's a few different places to do it. If you click on Main Menu right here, and then off to the right, you've got your account. If you put your arrow on it, you can go down and you can view your card history. This is where you'll find your card history of cards that you've sent. If you click that, you'll notice that there's a date, a place that you can actually select a date range of the cards you've sent. Well, I just am going to pull up the cards I sent today, June 25th through June 25th. So I'm going to hit Search, and it pulls up the cards that I've sent. There's the card that I sent to Lynn and Jim, and there's the card that I've sent to Han and Carol, but it hasn't been printed yet because it won't be printed until midnight. So I can go in and edit it. I'm going to go in and edit it. I could add a gift to it. I could change the pictures. I could personalize it. So I created the card and saved it in my campaigns, which I didn't show you yet. And then I pulled up Han and Carol Brandt. I dropped in that card called Birthday Big. It's a Birthday Big card. And now I'm going to customize it a little bit. So you see the front of the card is just simply a happy face. And you'll notice everything on here, I can click on it. I can grab the corner. I can make it bigger. I can move it around. I can make the smiley face smaller. By the way, if you want to know where I got that smiley face, if you haven't figured that out, I got it under Elements. And you've got all these different categories under Elements, different things that you can add to a card. Card elements, we call them. So these are just things that I've pulled off there. This little water, that's just it's a picture that I took of the water, and then I clicked on Pics, and I uploaded that picture, and then once it was in here, I drug it over onto the card. Inside the card, that's just a picture that I had taken in Fiji. This Fun in the Sun is just an element. I can move it around. You have the same capability in your system. Now you'll notice right here it says Hi First Name. The reason it says first name is because when I created this card, I inserted a name. So if I click on that Insert Name, I clicked First Name, and that way when I send this card as a campaign, it will automatically insert the person's first name into the card. Now, you'll notice that I had Carol and Han in the first name field, and I just want this to go to Han. So I'm actually just going to change it to Han. The card is going to be a little late because I'm sending it a few days late. I think his birthday is on the 28th. I'm sending it today. It won't get printed it won't get printed until Monday morning. So his birthday, I think, is on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm saying, sorry, I'm a few days late on your card. I thought I would make, let's see, I'm going to change all this. I'm going to pull all this out. And I'm going to change the font, actually. I'm going to highlight all that. I'm going to change the font to this envelope hand. Okay. Now you'll notice it's kind of off the page there, so I'm going to squeeze that in. And you know what? It's too big, too much text for that page. So I'm going to click on that page, and I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to slide it down. Got a lot of flexibility. This pen is just an element. See, I can move that around. I can make that pen really big. I can make it small, just grab the corner, move it wherever I want, just like that. Once I get it exactly the way I want it, I hit continue. This is a big card, so this will be an 8.5 11 by 11 card. Same card you'd buy in the store for $8 to $10. If you're on a retail account subscription, you're spending $6 for that card, and if you're on a wholesale, under $5. Now you'll notice on the address page it has Han and Carol on it. I'm going to remove Carol's name, hit continue, and now I have the ability to add a gift. I'm going to add a particular gift. I'm going to add a gift that is actually under Father's Day, but I'm going to send it as a, let's see if Father's Day is still in here. Where is it? It's not. There was one particular gift that I really kind of liked. It's a punching bag, like a stress relief punching bag, but I don't know where that is now. Let's see if we can find it. The pictures are taking a few seconds to load here. For some reason. Oh, here we go. This is it right here. I'm going to send that gift. It ended up getting moved under men. Now, so you notice this is going to cost me 57 points, 15 points for the big card, 42 points for the gifts, and $11.50 for shipping. I'm going to hit send, and that card is now in the mail. So what I did, let me just do a quick review here. What I did is I went to contacts, I hit find a contact, and then I pulled Han up by hitting Han and hit find contact. It then pulls Han up, and then I selected the campaign, and the campaign I wanted to send him was Birthday Big. That was a campaign that I created a number of months ago, and then I hit this button that says Send Campaign to Check. Now another thing I can do is I can pull up any group of people. So let's say I wanted to send an invitation. So I click on Contacts, and I go down here below. If I just scroll down on this page, I have all my groups listed down here. Now remember, this is 6.5 years of holiday cards and invitations to parties and thank you cards when I attended a networking event and all those kinds of things. These are groups that I've set up. So if I wanted to send a particular card, an invitation that I created in advance, I would hit Clear Group Selection, and it removes all the check marks. And then I would go down to the group that I want to send the card to. Let's say I wanted to send a particular invitation to Vegas ESP right here. For example, I'm just using that as an example. I would hit Find Contact, and it would pull up all the people in that group because I just checked that box, and so those people that are in that group would be pulled up. So there's the people that are in that group, and there's 7 contacts in that group. You'll see right at the top, 7 contacts. They're all checked. If I wanted to not send a particular card to those people, I would just uncheck the people that I don't want to send the card to. Then I would just select the campaign that I want to send, and down here I would send the Vegas Pad invite, for example, and then I would send that campaign to checked, and everybody who's checked would receive that campaign card. Now let me just show you. If I go to Main Menu, you'll notice, excuse me, you'll notice on the left-hand side there's a place to create a campaign. That's how you create a card. And it's almost identical to actually creating a card and just sending it. But if you have any card that you want to save because you think you're going to use it over and over again, or you're going to send it to a group, you want to start with Create a Campaign and then save the card there. That's the only place you can really save the card to use over and over again. It's not really the only place, but if you want to send it to a group, that's where you want to create it. You could also put your arrow on Cards right here and click on Campaigns right here on the red bar. I'm going to do that. So if I click on Campaigns, you'll notice I've got all my campaigns will come up. It's going to give you my list of campaigns that I've created over the years. Well, one of those campaigns is down towards the bottom called Vegas Invite Meet and Greet Personals. And Vegas Invite Meet and Greet Personals. So I'm just going to click on that so you can see what it looks like. So you see it gives you a place to name the campaign. It has your return address. It's very very intuitive. There's nothing that you should be intimidated by. If you just click on it, it'll tell you step by step what to do. Here's the card that I created. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I just clicked the wrong button. The card that I created in that campaign is the invitation. Going back to that page right now. Right here. And you notice off to the right, I can edit it or I can delete it. I'm going to click on edit so you can view it. And then it gives me the opportunity to continue. It's loading the card right now. I created this card actually last night. By the way, Lynn and Jim, you are invited to this. So up here you've got the little miniature. There's the picture. There's the inside of the card. Everything in here is editable, and you can move it all around just by clicking on it, make it bigger or smaller. All the pictures. I just typed in that text there. And then on the back of the card, I've got the details. So that's it, and then I can continue. That card is in my campaigns. Once I've created that card and saved it, I can then pull up any person or group of people, and I can send that card to those people, and it will insert their names into the card. Now, there's a lot of stuff I'm going over in a relatively short period of time, but everything that I'm teaching you can be learned in about an hour. And if you go to the help button right here, just put your arrow on the help button on the red bar, and go down to your tutorials and media. If you click on that, as I mentioned, if you just scroll down, everything on here that I'm going over is on these little 2 to 5 minute videos. How to create a video card, big cards, how to send a card, how to use Picture Plus. They're very simple, very intuitive, and if you can't figure something else out on your own, just go and listen to the tutorial. I do want to show you a little bit about video cards. They're kind of cool. And it's a real popular thing right now, and we really spearheaded it. In fact, Hallmark and American Greetings don't have the same capabilities we do, because if you go down to the store, you can't somehow include a video in that card, but with SendOutCards you can. And that's all a video card is a greeting card that has a QR code in it. A QR code is similar to a barcode that you would see at the grocery store when they scan your groceries, only it's square. You'll start to see them popping up in real estate offices, in magazines, at the grocery store. It's a little square code, and that code can be scanned with a smartphone like an iPhone or a BlackBerry. Well, what you do is you load what they call a QR code reader onto your iPhone, and it's free. It's an application. It takes literally 1 minute to load, and once it's on your phone, you can take that phone and scan the code, and it will redirect you to a website or a video, that kind of thing. Well, we have now in the SendOutCard system the ability to generate a QR code that can then be loaded into the card, and when it's scanned with a smartphone, a video of your choice will come up on the smartphone, on the iPhone. So if you don't have an iPhone or a smartphone, you can still do this. I mean, because there are many videos on YouTube and things like that. So, like for example, if I were to go to, I'm going to open a new window, and if I were to go to YouTube, and let's say there's a particular video on YouTube that I really like, and I want to include that video in a card through the use of a QR code, I would find the video. So let's say I'm going to find the Rocky Eye of the Tiger Mousetrap. And I'm going to search for that video on YouTube. There it is right there. I'm going to click on it. And let's say this is the video I want to include in a card. What I would then do is go up to my address bar up here at the top, and I would copy the link. Just copy the link of that video. So now I have that link copied, okay? So I'm going to close that up. So that's been copied. The YouTube link has been copied. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a card. Now think of a QR code as a picture. It's just a photograph. And what you're going to do is you're going to load it into your pictures, and then you're going to drag it into the card. So let's say I want to include that card, that particular video, in a card through an individual. I'm going to find the cards. So I'm going to go under Expressions. I'm going to go under Actually, I'm going to go under motivational. Keeping in touch, motivational. Wonder if any mouse would come up if I search for mice. Let's see, mouse. Let's see what happens. Search cards. Oh, there's a lot of mouse cards. Because that particular video on YouTube is a mouse card. We're going to actually create one. Come on. My internet decided to get slow here for a second. There we go. There we go, right here. How about this? Let's see how this looks. Don't get trapped. That's good. That's a perfect one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this as a greeting card. And now it's opening up my card editor. Loading it, okay. And again, you've got the little miniature up here. If I click on, this is how I use, by the way, what I'm doing right now, everyone, is exactly what I do every day. In the time that we're together here, we'll have sent about 5 cards, and we'll be on the phone for a little less than an hour, and I'm actually explaining everything. In an hour, you can send literally 5 to 10 cards and make a huge positive impact on the people in your life. I look for opportunities to send thank you cards every day. I usually send 2 to 5 birthday cards every day, and by doing that, it expands your world, it expands your network, it makes the people in your life feel great, you feel great, and it just adds nothing but value. So there's the front of the card, there's the inside of the cards, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my templates, and I'm going to find some cool templates to use. Let's go with the summer templates, and why don't we use this summer template on the top, and then on the bottom, I just drug the template over, and then you can just drag pictures in once it loads up. There we go. Then I go to my pictures. I'm going to put a picture of myself and Megan right here. Just grab it, move it down. And that was from our convention actually last year, I believe. And let's see if I can find another good picture here to send, to put in here. We'll just put this one right here. By the way, this picture right here, I just found that on Google. You can search Google and find pictures online. So that's kind of fun, just like that. And then on the bottom, I got to create that QR code. So remember, we copied that link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, remember, think of a QR code just like a picture. So I'm going to go to Upload More Pictures right here. Click on Upload More Pictures. And this is where you would upload pictures from your computer. But down at the bottom, you see it says QR Code Generator. And then it says YouTube URL. Well, right in there, you just paste in that URL, that YouTube URL, and hit generate. So when I do that, when I hit generate, what that's going to do is it's creating that image, and in just a second, you'll see that image pop up right here. There it is right there. Mousetrap workout like Rocky Balboa. There it is right there. See, if I put my arrow on it, the picture of the YouTube video just pops up. This is a phenomenal motivational video. It's really great. So what I do now that it's in my pictures, just like any other picture, I just drag the QR code over into the card like that. See that? And then I make it bigger. I can put it anywhere on the card. Now what happens is they get this card in the mail. They open it. They see the QR code. They need to know what to do with the QR code because a lot of people don't know what it is yet. But if they have a smartphone or an iPhone, they can then download that free app, scan this code, and the video that I just found on YouTube will show up on their iPhone. Now think about this. You can also record your own videos on your iPhone or on your BlackBerry, upload them to YouTube, paste the URL in. Now if they don't have a smartphone, they can just type in the URL right underneath there. But wouldn't it be nice to have some instructions on here as far as what to do with that QR code? Well, if you go to your elements on the upper left and you scroll down, you'll see video card elements. If you click on that, these are all little explanations on what to do. So if you drag one of those over into the card, it'll explain to them. It'll show up here in just a second. There we go. It'll explain to them what to do with that QR code. Now I also want to type a text message in here, or a message into the card, not a text message. I'm just going to type my name in on this one. Highlighted all of it. I'm going to make it just a little smaller. Compress it just a little bit. Move it over. I think I'm going to make it flush left. Just like that. All right. So now once I have the card exactly the way I want it, I go down to continue down here on the bottom right. And now it brings up my address page. You notice there's no address in there right now. So I'm going to choose from my contact manager. And I'm going to pull in Monica Parker. And there she is right there. She just got married, but I don't know her new last name. Choose contact. I might text her and change it. Because remember, it's not going to get printed till midnight, so I can go in and change it before it gets printed tonight. So I'll text her, get her new last name, and then put it in there. Hit continue down here on the bottom right. And I don't think I'm going to include a gift on this one. I'm just going to hit continue without gift and hit send card. All right, and then I go back to my main menu. So let's see how many cards we've sent so far here since we've been together. I think 3 or 4. I'm going to go to my account, and I'm going to go down to view card history. By the way, I can view card history from my cards as well. If I go to the red bar, I can go down to card history here, or I can go over here to my account and view card history here. You can also manage your pictures from your red bar as well. Right here, you can manage all your pictures. You can delete pictures. You can put your pictures into groups, all those kinds of things. I'm going to hit search for the cards that I sent today. So we've sent 3 cards today. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see here. I'm going to go back to the main menu. And, you know, Carol and Han are still in there, but I just sent Han a birthday card, so I'm going to hit X and X him out of there. If you choose to purchase the handwriting font, if you bought one of the retail subscription programs and you don't have a handwriting font, that's all you need to do is go to Buy Points and Expense. If you go right here, click on Buy Points and Expense, there's a place in there for $99 to purchase the handwriting font and 4 signatures. You buy it in there on a credit card. So you just go here, and when you get the form comes up, buy the font. You just buy one. It gives you 4 signatures and your handwriting font and the downloadable file. And then what you'll do is under your downloads, if you go to Help and go to Downloads right here, in there is a form. It's a handwriting font form. You want to print that on a color printer. Fill it out with your letters, your numbers. It's got instructions on it. It'll take you 5 minutes. Just fill it out with your numbers, your letters, your symbols, and your signatures. Mail that to the company. The address is right on the form. Mail it flat. Don't fold it. Use a black ballpoint pen. And within about 7 to 10 days, your font will show up in the system. That's all you need to do if you want to purchase a handwriting font. Again, you can manage your pictures here. We've talked about contacts. Your groups, if you want to create a group, just click on groups, and then you just type in the names of the groups. So, for example, if you click on groups, and let's say you wanted to create a family group, like your family, you type in family and hit add group. And then maybe you want to do close friends and hit add group. And then you want to put in leaders of influence. These are people that you know that have a lot of influence in your community. So you just do that and hit add group, and then all your groups show up on this list. And then when you go to your contacts, when you go to add a new contact right here, then what happens is you'll notice those groups will show up in the contact down below. So you'll see there's the place to add the contact where you can type in all the information, and then down below here you've got all your groups listed, and then you just put a check mark by the group or the groups that you want that particular contact to go in. And once then you save it. So once they're in the group, then you can go to your contacts right here, hit Find a Contact, and then you just, at the bottom, you'll see all your groups listed. Down here, you've got all your groups listed. You just clear the group selection, put a check mark by the group you want to pull up, and hit Find Contact. And everybody who's in that particular group that you just checked will come up. And then again, if you want to send them a campaign that you created under campaigns, you would just select the campaign here, the campaign card you want to send, and then hit send campaign to checked, and anybody who's checked would receive it. Now again, the best way to learn this is just to do it. It really is. So watch the little 2 to 5 minute webinar on whatever it is you're trying to learn if you can't figure it out on your own. We also have, if for some reason you still can't figure it out, during regular working hours, Mountain Time, about 9 to 5, on the left-hand side here, you've got a little help chat button. If you click that, you'll get a live customer service agent, and then you can chat back and forth with that person, and they can help you with any questions that you have regarding the system. But start by watching the little video and go from there. I think we've pretty much covered everything on the site at this point that is really relevant to using the system on a daily basis, and I hope this was helpful. In the next couple of days, we're hoping to have the recording up so that if you had people that didn't get a chance to see it that you'd like to forward it to, but all the tutorials on there will help with that as well. I want to thank you for your time and attention today, and if you are attending our distributor, we have a distributor workshop that starts in about 15 minutes that will go for an hour. We'll be going through all the intricacies and the compensation plan for those people that are interested in that. So thanks for being on with us this afternoon, and you guys have a great day. And thanks, Lynn and Jim, for helping me out today. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.